Welcome in, DIYers. A couple months ago, I had this water valve bust in the ceiling. If you've watched previous videos, you may have seen it, but it ran down this wall and it saturated the floor, the carpet, and the pad. So, today I'm going to be showing you how to prep your floor for a vinyl plank floor when you have carpet down. My intent at first was to only remove the saturated carpet pad, dry out the carpet, and reinstall it with a new pad underneath it. So that's what I started off doing, and then I had to remove the baseboards because the water had saturated this wall, so we're also removing the drywall. This was all part of the water mitigation so that we could get some airflow inside the wall and not let any mold grow. The valve has been fixed, so no more leaks, and all the drywall was removed in that corner that was affected by that water. We've also got some of the baseboard off, but as I inspected it more, the carpet was delaminating, so it was going to be much easier to just pull the carpet up and put down some vinyl plank flooring. So one thing that I always do when I'm removing carpet for any reason is I like to cut it in about 3.5 to 4 foot wide sections. Makes it a whole lot easier to roll it up and to dispose of it. So you do this by just taking a regular utility blade or razor knife and scoring it at about the 3.5 or 4 foot mark. You may have to go over it a couple times to get it cut completely through, but you just follow that line and cut through that. Then once you have your section pulled up, you do have to remove the tack strip underneath it. That is part of the prep for the vinyl floor going down. If you are relaying carpet, you could leave any unaffected tack strip down, but because we're not going back with carpet, we have to remove that. So what I do is I just take a small pry bar and a hammer, and you can just go about every couple inches and tap underneath that and pull up, and it will pop that out of the concrete or wood subfloor. There may be another tool for this. I've not researched it very much, but this is what I've always done. Now, once you have all the tack strip pulled up, there is a little trick that I use when I'm rolling up the carpet. Makes it easier to just keep the tack strip contained, and when you go to throw it in a dumpster, it doesn't fly everywhere. I always put the tack strip in the carpet, and then I roll it up inside the carpet. That way it's not stabbing me or falling out and popping tires or anything like that. So we just roll that all up inside the old carpet. And then once I have that rolled up, just to make it easy to handle and to throw in a dumpster or wherever you're disposing it, I do wrap it with some duct tape just to keep it all together. And then as an extra precaution, I wrap some around the end so that that tack strip cannot fall out the end of the carpet. So I'm finishing up the drywall here. If you want to see some drywall work, I do have some videos previously on my channel that will show you how to install drywall, tape it, and finish it. Now, one of the more important parts is you have to get all of this up off the floor. So these little nails sometimes will stay when you pull the tack strip up. So you can just take your pry bar and pull those right out. It's pretty easy. Then you take a scraper. It can be a 4-inch putty knife. It can be whatever kind of blade you want to use, but that's what I prefer. They also make some on a pole to where you can stand up and do it. But I just typically use a 4-inch putty knife, scrape away all the glue and pad residue that's left on the ground. You don't want to leave this there because that will cause bumps and unlevel spots in your vinyl plank flooring. Now you can get your tools and get ready to lay your vinyl flooring. I hope this video was helpful to you. We'll see you next time.